And I'm Kate, I'm from Mapbox community team from the marketing department. And today I'm going to tell you about Mapbox, some words about our company, how we are connected and related to the OSM, OpenStreetMap. And also I will show you some quick and short how to get started tutorial. So that's what I'm going to tell you. Hello, Tanzania, correct. So Mapbox equips builders to create custom maps. Probably you saw different customers who are working with Mapbox. We have the variety of them. Honestly, this list can just go on and on, just from some of the projects are related to education, some to automotive, some to media, some to social media for outdoors adventures. So this list truly can go on and on. So I will just tell you about some of the examples that you may probably all know about. For example, one of them is Strava. This is an app for outdoor adventures. If you use Strava, you can share your experience, you can track your outdoor experience and be in communication and connected with all other people who are experiencing the same adventures all over the world or trainings. Another customer you also might probably know about this is an Earth Ranger. They pro-tracking against poaching. Yes, I'm sorry, I'm just trying, as I do not see you, I'm just trying to take notes and to track everything that might be related to this presentation. So you also probably know them. So they use Mapbox data and Mapbox tools to understand what's going on with Earth, with nature. So this is another angle of how you can use Mapbox tools. So totally different angle is this Atlas AI company. They're using Mapbox tools for business analysis, and this is more about data. Also, totally different example. This is what's going on here. This is a storytelling map. Also at Mapbox, we have some very easy to use solutions. As being a part of the community team, I always in communication with, for example, students or someone who is new to coding or journalists. They are not developers, but they need, for some reason, they need to create a map. And this can be a very easy solution, like with the pre-made code, which helps them to advocate their story. Because you know that one thing is just to tell about the story, and totally different thing is to show it. And this easy to use fast solution is very good for such cases. So how are we related with the OSM? This is, without OSM, Mapbox would not even exist. This is like a fundamental piece for Mapbox data, because you build your map, you can build your map using Mapbox tools with the help of Mapbox tile sets. And the data from the OSM is the data that we use in our tile sets. We take it from the OSM. So without the data that you can see on the OpenStreetMap, you won't be able to see basically almost nothing on Mapbox. And we working on this relationship almost each day, because we have even a department who is related to work with the data that comes from the OSM. Their each day work is to check the information to prevent the vandalism, and they also contribute to the OSM. They trying to add some improvements. Even during our onboarding session, we are encouraging every new Mapboxer to contribute to OSM. We teach them how to use OSM. We are trying to inspire them with this idea, how this can be helpful, that you can do some good things even without without going somewhere. You do not have to volunteer somewhere outside the doors. You can just use your spare time when yours, or even some working hours during the day, and do some good things. So this is how we are connected. We are very in close daily relationship with the OSM data. So some words about Mapbox for you to understand that usually when people think about Mapbox, they think that we create apps or that we are a GIS. But no, that's basically not true, because we have these different parts. I call them building blocks, with the help of which you can build your own application for web, or an app for a mobile app. But you take these blocks from us, but we are not doing that for you. So what do we have? We have maps. You can create, manage, export maps and your custom data. So you can use our maps, you can upload anything there, you can use our data, like we have the set of data that you just get after logging into your account, but also you can upload your custom data, or you can ask for an access to different and other levels of the data. Also, we have search block. Geocoding services using both forward and reverse geocoding, which is very helpful. In terms of block related to the navigation, we power routing engineers, traffic-aware real-time, and also turn-by-turn directions. In terms of data, we have several data products: movement data, traffic data, boundaries data. Just for example, how our team, customer community team, which is always open to any conversations and feel free to reach out us anytime. For example, when you logged into your Mapbox account, and I will show you how to do that later, after that you already have an access to the data boundaries, data admin level 0. But for example, for your project, you need more detailed information on the map, like more detailed boundaries data. You want to see not like the countries on the map, but you want to see almost, I don't know, streets and some other different information. Then you can either pay for this data if you're a commercial project, or you can reach us, and if you're a nonprofit project related to education or any other impact ideas and efforts, we will support you and will donate you this data. So we have these 4 chapters. With the help of these blocks, you can build your map for web or your map for mobiles, either with iOS or Android. And when I'm telling you that you can build it, what does it mean? Where you do that? Because one thing where you can combine all these chapters and all these blocks, you can do this in Mapbox Studio. This is like an additional project, an additional block where you working with all this data. And I will show you later today how it looks like. But for you to understand from the very beginning, it's like Photoshop, for example, or CorelDRAW. So you can use the bar with the tools as you wish. You can change the color of the lines. You can, as I already told you, upload the data. You can make custom pins with just photos or something else. The list of what you can do there just can go on, and later today, we'll just show you some of the examples. As I mentioned, you can not just use our data, but you can use your data, which is very helpful in terms of customizing your map and making it interactive. What is nice about Mapbox as well, we have these ready-to-go solutions. As I already mentioned, some of easy to use tools like storytelling map, when you just scrolling and basically chapters are repeating one by another, but you just customize them. You give them different names, you can upload their different pictures, or we have a sheet map solution when your map is connected to the spreadsheet. And you can see different points on the map which are stored on your spreadsheet somewhere. And even when you're using with not so easy to use Mapbox solution like GLGS, we already have a written code for you because we want to help you. We don't want you to spend your time and to code just from the beginning. No, skip that part and go to some more difficult things. Switch to the customizing, but we made an easy things for you already. And also, so we are also one thing that I would like to mention, that when you're logged into Mapbox, you already have your account, you're using our tools. That doesn't mean that your map will be live. You still need a coding editor. You still need to upload it in order to go live. You still need some solutions where you can keep the information. But in Mapbox account, you just can combine all the tools and visualize this interactive map. And what is also, I think, good about us, and the same is with mobile applications, we also have these ready-to-use solutions which can be just taken, customized, then and used. What is also, I think, good about us, because we understand that each project, it can be unique, and all of developers have different questions. That's why we are trying to update our documentation almost each day. We are adding new learning resources, different tutorials, labs. We are trying to hold webinars to show you what you can do with Mapbox. And we store all of this information on our website. And sometimes, if you just got lost among all of this documentation and information, this is also how our team, the community team, can be helpful, because you can just reach out to us, create like a question, and we will reply you and we will navigate you among our documentation. Impact tools, I already mentioned them. This is ready-to-go solutions which are the best idea for someone who is new to coding, and they are also already ready. We can just hold a small, like a short session where just with our team and, for example, you or some developer, we will just give a little guidance on how to use these tools. And then even teachers who are not good at coding, they can create their own map with the help of these solutions. Also, we have some things like this one, API Playground or search function, because we know that different, especially when we are speaking about navigation apps, for sure, we need a search bar there. So how to add that? We also have some solutions for that as well. So you just can take this code and to use it. For sure, everyone should understand that each case is a unique case. That's why there is no way for us like to foresee everything and to create a solution which will fit perfectly each project. Unfortunately, that's impossible. But you can take our ready solutions and that add your own coding, experiment around there a little bit, and create the best what will fit your project in the best way. So now I will turn off my presentation and we'll switch to some other examples. For example, I just will show you that in terms of, for example, educational labs, we have like different options where you can store and keep your data. In terms of the sheet map solution, this easy solution, we have this step-by-step guide that will help you how to produce this map. Troubleshooting, getting started guides, different tutorials, lots of them. And like webinars, you can just watch and repeat. It's easy to use because you can just stop the video, you can pause it, and then be back. And in terms of your account, so in order to create an account, in order to get started using Mapbox, you need to create your account. No worries about payment because Mapbox is working with the pay-as-you-go system. So accounts are for free. You can just create one. If it would be better to use like a company related domain, not a free public domain. For example, if you will use something like gmail.com, you will be asked to fill in the information regarding your credit card. But if you are using, for example, I'm using mapbox.com, I was not asked to fill in my credit card information. But still, if you do not have any domains related to the university or your company, you can use even free mail domains. That's totally fine. And you can fill in the information about your credit card and no worries about payment, because in your account, you can check in the invoices here, you can foresee what is, if you will be charged or not. And if you will see here an invoice, this is not an automatic thing. So we do not take like money from your account. No, you will need to like say, yes, I can pay them. But if you cannot, you're working with a nonprofit project and you don't have these funds to pay for this invoice, reach out to the community team and we will support you. But even before that step, just know that we have free tiers for each SDKs and each API that you might use. So you can check our pricing page, and usually these free tiers are enough for nonprofit or educational or impact projects. That's why mostly impact-related projects can feel calm in terms of pricing. They are not charged. But even if you will just reach out to us, we will have a conversation, you will describe your situation, and I'm sure that we will support you. And then we also are able to apply discounts. So do not worry about pricing if you're working with not with a commercial project. So now it looks like we have just a few minutes. What I would love to show you, I would love to show you some features in Studio. I will show you just two things. So this is how Studio looks like. I will show you, let's go here. Yes, and here is, take a look at this bar. This is totally like a Photoshop components and layers. This is from the information here exists. I would like to focus for now on Paris. Why? Because I want to turn on one thing and I need like a city with a lot of buildings to do that. As you may see, for sure, this is a customized map. You may guess that a lot of yellow, pink, blue. This is because I'm a girly girl and I decided to just make it colorful. I enjoy viewing something such colorful projects. So what I want to do here, what I'm proud of, let me zoom in a lot to show you what the scale looks like. So you can see buildings here. Looks like it's turned on. Yes. So nothing here. You see buildings, but not a 3D, not so interesting. But just with one click, 3D buildings, 3D buildings, turn on. Everything can change. You do not see them, but let me play around. Here they are. nice looking 3D buildings. Another thing, let's switch to your location. Let's turn on these and let's go to Africa and let's find Tanzania, because I will show you one interesting thing there as well. Something changed here. I'm sorry. Yes, here we are. So let me show you one more interesting thing. So 3D, I want to turn on 3D terrain. Just turn on and I will show you what's going on here. So the pitch is not so high. We play around. Looks not so interesting, and that's why we have like a good thing in terms of turning on. I want to increase the level. So let me increase. For some reason, it just did not want to turn on, and I will reset the pitch. Oh, it would be nice to show you how you can just explore it. And if I will just a little bit. The example with 3D buildings was a better one. Yes, let's not waste our time, but what is 3D terrain doing? He's making the lines on the area, so this is not like a stale map, not like a picture, but with not just roads. And even if you do not have mountains on in your location where you're situated or want to use in your map, you can just impress other people by just making it look like you have mountains in this area, because almost everything in terms of visualization and interactivity is possible when you're working with Mapbox. So let me be back to the chat, and I think I will stop sharing my screen. And like, if you have any questions, for sure I'm here to reply them if we have time to reply some questions. If not, that's totally fine. The one thing that I would like just you to remember, that we are truly related to the OpenStreetMap. And if you will have any questions, always feel free to reach out to the community team and we will support you, because all of you there, great. All of you there are related to the OSM and non-profit and impact projects. Yes. But you're mute. I cannot hear. Oh, I see.
I'll type the question in the chat.
Basically, you can use almost each language. Why? Because it all depends on the customization. If you will be like GLJS in the process, you just can take our like this ready solution, and then I know that we have a lot of different customers everywhere and they are using different languages. They're just adding and customizing this like the code. But in terms of some easy solutions like the storytelling map, they're usually JavaScript. But this is just like for the beginners because we think this is one of the most easy one to use. But I would say that it all depends your coding skills. So you can start with like one solution and then like almost turn it to switch it. No, this is, if the question is, do the editing goes in OSM too? No, this works like when you edit the OSM map, the edits from the OSM go to our tiles. So we check the information, we check the vendor lines, but if we want to change anything on the base map, not to customize it on your map, how I already showed you in your studio. In studio, basically, you can change everything you want because this is your personal map. But in terms of changing some data on the tiles that Mapbox is using, in order to do that, you need to change the data in the OpenStreetMap. So that's why sometimes we have like requests, I do not see this, or I'm using your map, I'm building something, but I cannot add something, or the times of the shop is not correct. We are advising these people to go to the OSM, and we are navigating them how they can contribute and improve the data in the OSM. Now we're working, we do have like, see, we have a lot of them. For example, in terms of satellite imagery, we have another project, Mapbox satellite imagery. This is like a stable tile set with the information from different satellites. So we have like this a combination of information of this tile set. Like this is one tile set, you cannot add there anything or get the information from there. And basically the same is about OSM. This is like the major tile set that we are using for Mapbox treats. So in terms of Mapbox treats and like the base data for all other information, it comes from OSM. So as we have different projects, like as I mentioned, search, data, and other things, we take the data from different sources, but in terms of maps and our major tiles, the data is coming from OSM.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you all. Thank you all.